diabetes, parasite infection, urinary tract infection, an enlarged prostate or prostate cancer, dandruff, inflammatory illnesses and digestive issues like acid reflux and irritable bowel syndrome. Our 14-day parasite cleanse will slowly help your body to eliminate these conditions and more. Visit grassrootbotanicals.com for the full instruction on how to complete the parasite cleanse and take back your health.
Today I am officially declaring a national emergency.
Let's go! Father in the sky, I shed tears, I don't know why, but I'm a child of the Most High, so they can't break me if they try. Father in the sky, I shed tears, I don't know why, but I'm a child of the Most High, so they can't break me if they try.
The curses, the plagues, is it all a dream? Nope. The curfew, the troops, the world's on quarantine. Damn. The social, the 6 degrees of separation. The troubles of Jacob, the need for preparation. My vision is focused, I won't speed or rush. And if there's hate in your blood, then you need a flush. Yes, the priest is back, the Most High be praised. I'm making them sick, this song is 5G waves. As real as they come, won't find no fugazi. A man amongst men, so Gail and Oprah hate me. And Jesus had warrants. Paul wrote letters to Corinth. And Esau is red, and Donald Trump is orange. The faces, the gestures, that cat is so comedic. Corona, the virus, the plagues that sent on Egypt. We were slaves, led away to other gods. I ain't preaching shy, I'm killing them with current laws.
Father in the sky, I shed tears, I don't know why, but I'm a child of the Most High, so they can't break me if they try. Father in the sky, I shed tears, I don't know why, but I'm a child of the Most High, so they can't break me if they try.
The riches, the fame, is it all for Skrilla? The mask and the gloves so COVID doesn't kill you. The panic, the fear, the news is so fallacious. The Isley, the brothers, they say it's so contagious. The doctors, the nurses, the need for ventilators. The 1,200 cash they gave the stimulators. The signs and the warnings, don't forget the scriptures. Prevention and cure funded by special interests. Still in the streets, surely. Some say that he's worldly. Flow is sick like why Tekashi got released early. The judges, the lawyers, they say there's no defense. Season 8 Game of Thrones, cause it don't make no sense. And that's the rundown, TV is saturated. The fear is the push to get us vaccinated. We were slaves, led away to other gods. I ain't preaching shy, I'm killing them with current laws.
Father in the sky, I shed tears, I don't know why, but I'm a child of the Most High, so they can't break me if they try. Father in the sky,
like I said,
I shed tears, I don't know why, but I'm a child of the Most High, so they can't break me if they try.
right. Hello, everybody. Hello. How is everybody doing? I've been getting a lot of inboxes about how I haven't been on this channel in a little while. It's only been a couple of weeks, but how are you guys doing? Thank you for tuning in. Everybody. Hey, before we get on with the video, with the live, just do a sister a favor, please, and hit the like button and share the video. That's all I'm asking. I ain't asking for no donation, not asking y'all for nothing. I'm just asking you to just like that, just hit the like and the share. That's it. All right. Hey, brother Joel Benjamin is in the house. Joel Benjamin 528 is in the house. Hey, Adolphus, welcome. Georgia, welcome. T. Bush, welcome. All right. Okay, so you guys see the title of the video. I have a guest today. I'm going to try and bring more guests on. A lot of people are afraid to just come on the live and talk. You know what I mean? I'm not going to bite y'all. You're free to come on this channel and interact, okay? All right. Thank you, Brother Joel. Thank you. So I have a guest on today, and I am, very grateful that my guests agreed to get on here today and have a discussion with me. So out of respect for his, identity, I am not going to show his face, okay? We're going to just talk to him. You'll hear his voice, but we're going to show some respect and not disclose his identity today, okay? But the brother has agreed to come on this platform and talk to us. It's more like a warning to the brothers, okay? For the brothers who are watching. So, brothers, if you're here, I suggest you have a whole bunch of brothers in your phone. Text those brothers this link and send it to them and tell them to log on right now, because this is for everybody, but this is going to be a warning for the brothers mostly. But the sisters, y'all need to sit down and listen, okay? The sisters. But brothers, again, if you're here, which I see a few of you here, you have some brothers in your phone, on your Facebook or wherever, your Instagram, I suggest you grab this link and send it to your brothers, your uncle, your daddy, your sons, your nephews, cousins, whoever male you have in your family and friends. Copy and paste the link to them and tell them to log in, because they're going to want to hear this, what we're talking about today. Okay. So without further ado, I am going to introduce my brother here. Let me just bring him on. So today we are going to refer to him as Doug Wilson. All right. That's going to be his name for today. All right. So I'm going to see if I can bring the brother on the screen. All right. Okay. So good afternoon, my brother Doug. How are you, sir?
I'm good. Afternoon to you as well.
Thank you so much for joining me today. Thank you. Let me see if
Yes, ma'am. I appreciate you for letting me be on your live and be a part of this. I really appreciate it. Seriously.
Well, yeah, we really appreciate you joining us, and a lot of people wouldn't have done this. So, you guys see the title of the video, all right? So we're gonna talk to my brother Doug, and he is simply going to share his experience. Something that occurred, something that happened to him recently. And what he is attempting to do today is to bring awareness to this situation. And hopefully you brothers can straighten up, buckle up, and do things differently. Okay. Yeah. So my brother, let me know when you're situated and ready to go.
All right, just 30 seconds, just really quick.
Okay.
This right here. All right, I'm ready.
Let me see if y'all are hitting the like button. Okay. Let me see if y'all are hitting the like button. Because if y'all ain't hitting the like button, I'm not going any further with this interview. Okay. Okay. Hold on. Let me see. Whoops, hold on. My bad. My bad. Okay. All right. We're good. You know, I could use a couple more likes, guys. Come on now. I could use a couple more likes. Just give us just a couple more likes. Hit the like button, man. Come on now. All right. Okay. All right. My brother Doug. So recently you and I had a conversation which completely blew me away. Okay, I'm not gonna lie to you. As a woman, I must say that I was completely blown away to the point where I needed to fight somebody. I just needed to knock somebody out. Okay.
Definitely.
But we're gonna let you tell your story today. So we had a conversation, and you mentioned some things to me that happened to you recently, and I am going to ask you to talk to the audience. The title of the video today is "She Gave Me a Sexually Transmitted Disease," right? That was the title of the video. Before we went live, I spoke to you about the title. We both agreed. And so that's the title of the video today. So I want you to go ahead. If you guys can hear Doug, can you put one in the chat? Are you guys able to hear Doug? Put one in the chat. We're not going to go any further until I see someone in the chat so I can see if you
Mic
guys
check.
are
Mic
able to
check.
hear it.
Mic check.
Okay,
Mic check.
I'm seeing one. I'm seeing one. Okay, good. All right. So Doug, go ahead and talk to us about what happened to you recently. I'll let you have the floor.
All right. All right. I guess I'll start from the beginning. I'm from Memphis, Tennessee, and I went to Texas to start businesses and things I was working on. And a couple months into me being in Texas, I ran into a young woman. She was gorgeous, light skinned, African American woman. And right away, our energy was just good. We linked. And we didn't have sex right away, but we ended up having sex maybe a couple days to a week later. And we kept this sexual relationship going. We spoke about how this wasn't a relationship. I let her know that, hey, I mean, like, I never cheated in my life, and I'm just comfortable with taking care of my businesses, but only having sexual relations with you, not no other women. Not that I wasn't texting the other women. I definitely was, but I literally, she would see my phone all the time. That, I mean, hey, I text girls. It's okay. So one day, this is maybe a month or two until us doing what we're doing. And one day I was going to go pick her up from her house, and we headed back to my house. We stopped at a gas station, maybe a block away from my house, and I went into the gas station to pay for the gas. I left my phone in the car, and it's like I just knew it. I felt it. I was like, wow. Like it's crazy how energy is almost tangible. You can feel it, you can see it, you can hear it. And I just knew. I was like, the energy just changed. She definitely went through my phone. I knew that's what it was. I mean, and maybe someone may say maybe my guilty conscience, maybe that as well. But I know, I left my phone open, and I just went into the gas station. I mean, I wasn't lying to her, so I didn't care about her going through my phone. So she went through my phone. She seen that I was texting girls, and things like this. And when I get to the car, I knew everything was I knew it was switched, but she didn't come out the come out the gate and tell me that how she felt. She was just telling me, "Hey, I want to go home. My little sisters are blowing up my phone. Take me home." And I'm looking at her and I'm like, "Dude, your phone isn't even ringing." But okay, I'm gonna take you to the crib. So on the way to the crib, she's asking me questions, and then I stopped her. I said, "Women only ask questions they know the answers to. So I know you went through my phone, so be more specific with your questions, like you know." Um, and
So I'm
I
sorry.
don't really.
So you said you and her was somewhere, and she was going through your phone. Is that what I that correct? Of what you said?
Yes, I went inside the gas station.
You went
The
in the
gas.
gas station. Uh huh.
I left my
And
phone inside the cup holder in the car, and I left it unlocked. I mean, I don't think I even had a password on my phone this time because I mean, I'm just not dishonest. Like, so I just didn't care. And she went through my phone, and she got mad. Um, she felt entitled, and I mean, when you're having sex with a woman that's young, and I mean, I'm not even gonna think about how she was thinking because I don't know how she was thinking. But she went through my phone, and she seen what she seen. She got mad, and I took her back home. Once I got her to the house, she got a little bit more aggressive, but I mean nothing like she didn't touch me or anything like that. But she was just a little bit more mad at the situation, and I understand. Drove off, and then a couple days later, maybe a week later, she had text me, and I got the phone right here in front of me, so I don't. Um, oh, so it was 4 days. So she said I'm 4 days late, and I really hope I'm not pregnant by your bitch ass. And this is where it all started, and so we texting for a few, and I'm like letting her know, man, like, yo, if you're pregnant, I got you. Like, it is what it is. I mean, I'm not running from that. And then but the conversation took a turn. Um, as we get through texting, maybe for like 30 minutes, she said, yeah, I gave you HIV, so laugh at that. And I didn't reply to that for some while. She kept sending extra messages after or after she sent that message to me. Um, and I was just
I'm
lost.
sorry. In case the audience didn't catch that, she texted you and told you that she gave you HIV. That's what you said. That's what you just said.
100%.
Okay.
Yes. So yeah, I didn't reply to that right away. I was just flabbergasted to see that. I never thought that I would see something like that. Um and I just didn't know what to. She texted me a lot more after that, and she said, "I feel bad for you." Well, no, actually, I told her I feel bad for you. That's the first reply I had to that. Maybe like 5 minutes after she sent it, and she said, "I feel bad for you too." And I told her, I'll figure this out. You have a nice life. And then she continued on to tell me how she gave it to two other people, and they were only in her for about 30 seconds. She told me to cure herpes too. Um, and she told me how she was gonna come, you know, mess up my vehicles at my house, and and that was basically the end of it. Honestly, I mean, that was after she sent me that I called some girlfriends of mine because I was just like, I just didn't, and I don't even think I called them right away, but I called them and I just asked them about their opinion on this and things like this, and he was like, yeah, you definitely should get tested and things like this, but I think that I told them I let them read the whole text message so they can get their own perspective on what it was, and they said they thought that she was just really just being she's hurt, so she's just saying whatever, and I took that into consideration as well, and a whole lot of other things into consideration. Um, and then months later, no, maybe like 2 months later, I went and got tested. Nothing came up, but I knew that when you get tested, sometimes things don't come up right away. So I said, okay, I'll wait again to get tested. And when I got tested, when I finally got to another state, I got tested again, and it turns out that I was positive for herpes 1 and 2. Yeah.
Right. So, when I spoke to you, you know, a few days ago. There were so many things going through my head, and I'm pretty sure the audience are probably thinking the same thing I was thinking. Um, People might ask, right? You weren't in. You mentioned at the very beginning of um, that you told her that you guys were not. This is not a serious relationship, right? Correct.
100%, definitely.
Right. So I think a lot of people might ask, why would you have unprotected sex if you're not in a serious? Because at the risk of not only catching a disease, but also at the risk of having an unwanted child, a child out of wedlock.
Hmm.
Um, so what would you have to say, to anyone that's asking that question? Like, what were you thinking in that moment?
To anyone asking that question, yes, to anyone asking that question, trust me, if you know me, you know I use condoms. I even the first time I even had sex with her, and I'm almost pretty much every time, maybe twice, I had sex with her without a condom, and it wasn't because I had a condoms next to me and I just didn't use them. No, we would sex. I have a high sex drive, and we would sex all night. I would go through a whole thing of condoms, and yeah, and that's just what it was. I would go through some condoms, and then would just be in the midst of the situation, and then we had some unprotected sex. But it wasn't me intentionally. Like I'm not using condoms. No, even the first time I met her, I didn't go in her raw at all. I had bought a pack of three condoms, and I used all three.
So just one of those things that happen, you're saying?
100%. It wasn't like I'm not like that. I'm not just sticking my dick in any woman raw. I'm
Well,
sorry if I'm being a little bit too um aggressive with my words.
right. Um, you also mentioned that even though you both agreed at the time that you were not in a relationship,
Hmm.
and you said she agreed to that fact, right? But when she found some stuff in your
Yeah.
phone, whatever, she got angry. When
Hmm.
she found something in your phone, but at the same time, she agreed that she was not in a relationship with you. So I'm just wondering, at what point did it did she think at some point later on that you guys were serious? Because um this type of confusion happens all the time, where the guy told the girl, listen, I'm not, this is not a relationship, we're just whatever, casual. And then girl get angry and come back to the house and smash your car and pour bleach on your
Hmm.
clothes and do all this
And
crazy
and what
stuff.
that is, and I don't mean to cut you off. I apologize.
That's okay.
Okay, so what that is what I've learned with women is that a lot of women have control issues and entitlement. It's like, okay, once you get something from a man, it's like, oh well, now that he's giving me this and I've given him this, he owes me this. And it's like, if we establish something from the beginning as adults, stick to that. And I know I understand. I think that's harder for women to do than men. A lot of times women are possessive, and I think that's what that was. I think that she was just kind of possessive. She felt like, okay, I've given you my body. We have great conversations. I don't even think I ever took her on a date. Actually, I think we probably went to like a park. I mean, maybe could maybe consider a date, but we went there just to smoke and talk. It was always normal things. Um, but I just think that she got entitled and she felt that, hey, no, listen, I'm giving you my body. I don't want you texting women now. Although I told her that that's what I was doing in the first place, and that's what the relationship was. But I mean, that's what I think it is, and I can't really speak for a woman, but that's what I've learned for a lot of women, especially when you have sex with them. Now their emotions are tied in, and they want things to change.
Right. um Now, you said that after she got upset with you, she found out, you were having other people texting your phone. That's
Hundred
when
percent.
she mentioned to you that she, in fact, gave you a disease, and also have already given that to multiple other people. Um,
Uh,
correct, right?
yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Right. So, just listening to that, right? And when I first heard this, the first thing that was going through my head is the fact that this was kind of premeditated, because the fact that she gave it to multiple other people is a clear indication that she knew she had something, and then she came and slept with you unprotected, right? So she knew before you guys even slept together that she had a disease, that she knew that if you were to sleep with her unprotected, that you were going to catch that disease. And so, which is leaving me, and I'm sure other people that are watching, that she really didn't care. And this is really not even, to me personally, I don't believe this has anything to do with her jealousy. I think that in her own little manipulative way, she wanted to find a reason to say, hey, I just gave you something. And I believe that this woman is probably walking around just spreading this to other men as a way of retaliation, pretty much. She knew she had it before she slept with you, because she admit that she had given it to other people in the past, right? And she slept with you unprotected, knowing that she had something. What do you have to say about that, Doug?
I understand. I mean, I understand that hurt people, and that's just for me. That's just the basis of it. We talked about this in great detail, and you kind of got mad at me at the way I thought about it. But listen, I'm young and I'm growing. I'm learning every day. But that's what I know. I know that hurt people, and I just know that And I'm not saying what she did was right at all. It's not right. It's not right. It sucks. But that she made a decision without caring about someone else's lives, and it's not good. It's not good.
Yeah. If you had to leave anything with the men that are watching, what would you say to your brothers that are watching today before because we're getting ready to wrap this up, but if you had to say anything to the brothers that are watching, because this is the main reason I wanted to talk to you and to have you speak. Um, if you have anything that you have to impart on your brothers, what would it be?
I want to say a lot actually. Maybe not a lot, but I'm gonna say
Go
a
ahead,
little
you have the
things.
floor.
Uh, First of all, I'm not perfect at all. I got a lot of learning to do, and but I think when it comes to, I'm gonna just be real. It was hard for me to even do this,
Take
and
your
I
time, man.
told
Take your time. Take your time.
it was hard for me to do this because I know I've done things in life, and every day I wake up and I like ask God. I'm just really surprised that I'm alive. Um, you know. But I mean, I don't know. This is what I would just say, man. For all the guys out there, black men, period, women, period, everyone. Before you have sex with someone, man. Okay. I want to tell a story really quick. I went to college in Memphis, and I met this young woman in Memphis, and she had to be the dopest woman I think I've ever met in my life. No, the second dopest woman I've ever met in my life, and before we did anything sexually, anything, I'm talking about before we kissed, she was like, let's go get tested first. And when she told me that, for a split second, I thought a billion things because I was already having sex. But before she said that, I'm just like, no, what the fuck? I mean, but this is cool, whatever. I'm going to go get tested. I'm going to do it. So we got tested, and then we embarked on a relationship, and it was an adult relationship. I think that's what we need to do with anyone before we have sex with someone, because we don't like using condoms. Condoms isn't pleasant. Maybe everyone should wait to marriage, like it says in the Bible. But I'm not sure what everyone's religious views are. But at least talk to the person about, when they have got tested, do they get tested, and let's get tested before we have sex without condoms. I think that's really important. I think a lot of times we skip over that because we're in such a rush, and when we're not even thinking about it, it's like so normal to us. But this shit can happen to anybody. I was in college and I got chlamydia, and I went and got tested, and when I found out, I told every woman that I had sex with. I called everyone. I had mixed reviews. Some people loved me for it, some people hated me for it. But I didn't get a call from anyone. You know what I'm saying? I didn't get a call from anyone saying, hey, listen, I got this, go get tested, go find out. But I didn't really blame women, because allegedly women feel it months down the line. It doesn't really affect them right away. Allegedly, I'm 100% sure. So don't quote me on that. But it's like, things happen. But let's try to do our best to save ourselves and to protect ourselves. And I think that's important to do, to like, hey, let's get tested together. If you like someone enough, get tested with that person. I know I'm going to do that from now on. Like, I'm not having sex with no woman unless we both get tested together. And that they know my history too. I want them to know me. I think that's really important too, to really get to know someone to their core, to know how they think, their values, their passions, things they're inspired by. And traumas, things that have hurt them. Try to get a woman to a comfortable place to be comfortable with you, and let them know things that they've been through, so you can help them and help them build themselves to a better version of themselves, while they help you as well, because it's all a team effort. And like I said, I'm still learning. I'm still learning. That's all I have to say.
Yeah. If there's anything that I have to say to my brothers before I go, okay, I don't want to make this too long. If there's anything at all that I have brothers, I have uncles, I have cousins, I have a husband. If there's anything that I have to say to brothers in general, is this. What I have noticed as a black woman growing up in the black community, and I'm only speaking from personal experience. What I've noticed is that, and now men, I think it's natural for men to focus on beauty, and that's fine. There's nothing wrong with that. But what I have noticed is a pattern with men is that we men get carried away. Now, this is not Doug. This is just a general conversation I'm having with the audience here. Okay,
100%,
give
100%.
give me a second. Men get carried away with a woman's beauty to the point where you don't bother to look at her character. You don't bother to look at anything else about her, what she has going on in her personal life, what she has going on mentally. Is she mentally stable? Because I believe a lot of the times we allow a person's beauty to determine who that person is without even taking the time to see what type of person that is. Oh, well, he's handsome. He's got a nice beard. He's got a lot of muscles, so he must be a nice person, And then we take a person who is not so attractive, and that person must be a horrible person because they're unattractive. What I'm trying to say is, brothers spend more time. I have men in my family. I'm speaking from experience, from what I've seen. Brothers spend more time focusing on a woman's beauty and not enough time on her mental, on who she is, where she came from, how she was brought up, what happened to her, what she's got going on up here in her head, what type of woman is she going to be, what type of mother is she going to be to your children if you were to get her pregnant, what kind of wife is she going to be to you, what kind of person is she going to be to your family. A lot of brothers don't focus on that. Her character. You go straight to the beauty of the person. I was listening to you, Doug, earlier, and one of the things that stood out to me when you say how gorgeous she was and she was light skinned, you know, and that's reality in our community. Because a lot of times brothers look at that and that's all they look at. The red bone, the color of the purse of the woman, the beauty, and not the character. And that's a problem because now take the sexually transmitted, take the sexually transmitted disease out of the equation for a second, right? And focus on the fact that a woman you don't know, right? You know nothing about her other than the fact that she's beautiful, right? And she's red boned, and you have sex with her, and she gets pregnant, and now she's have your child, right? And she turned out to be a crazy person. Now you have a crazy person raising your child, right? You have a 2-year-old with a crazy mother on drugs or out there being a hoe, sleeping with everybody, right? Um, and now she's your mother of your child. So this has to be a focus, seriously, for anybody that's watching, men and women, brothers mostly. You have to pay attention to these women personality and get off of the beauty, because beauty, it doesn't last. And as you can see, beauty is not going to get you too far sometimes with these women. I'm seriously, it's not going to get you too far. Somebody hurt that woman. Somebody gave her something because she was out there running around, or maybe not. Maybe the first person she decided to give herself to lied to her. Who knows? We don't know what happened to her, right? I see somebody in the chat says put her number out there, her information out there, with her full name so people can know. You know what? In a perfect world, honestly, that's what I told my brother Doug to do. Because why? Why did I tell him to do that? She's still out there. And she's still out there hurting other brothers. And they don't know. They are looking at her beauty and they're sleeping with her. And she's spreading this around. She's still out there. Because my brother Doug decided that he's not going to pursue anything against her. So she's still out there left to her own device, spreading her disease to other brothers. So this is why I'm begging you guys today, share this video. Seriously, if you haven't shared any other video on this channel, I'm asking you guys to share this video today so brothers can watch this video and stop thinking with the second head down below. When you meet a woman, it shouldn't matter how pretty she is, what her color complexion is. Take some time to figure out what's going on up here. Her character, who she is as a person. That's the most important thing. And that's what I want to say to you brothers today. You don't have to listen to me. Hey, listen, y'all are grown. But this is a very sad story. When I heard it the first time, I felt like I wanted to punch somebody in the face. If I had seen that girl that day, I probably would have, because I have brothers. Anyway, we're not going to stay on here too long. My brother Doug, thank you again for joining me. Okay, and
Appreciate you as well.
Because a lot of brothers would not have done, come on here and speak the truth. So I'm very appreciative of you coming on here today and spreading awareness. All right. Is there anything you want to say to the audience before you go?
Yes, I appreciate you having this platform for individuals to speak on things like this. I mean, in the future, and I'm not going to say in the future, in time, I will. I think it will be better for me to somewhat broadcast this woman. I don't know how. I just want to sit down and think of the best way to do that. But I mean, this is the first step, because I wasn't even going to do this, actually.
You can do it
I'm not going to be forced into nothing.
That's up to you.
But
not today, though.
Yeah.
Of course.
Um, but that's what I want. One thing I want to say for any black women that's listening, um, in no way, no form, and this is no disrespect to any black woman of any tone of color, you know, this wasn't just based off of her tangibles. Yeah, I mentioned that she was attractive, so people would know this is a woman that I was attracted to. When you first meet a woman, you only see tangibles. I don't see how she thinks from afar. You know what I'm saying? But when I spoke to her, you know, some people are good at hiding. You know, some people are really good actors, we just had good conversation, and I felt comfortable through that conversation. It wasn't just me going through her looks. I never just go for looks. There's a lot of women who I've met who beautiful but are dunces. So, but so yeah, this wasn't based off of her being a light skinned woman. I'm actually not even really attracted to light skinned women. My brown
Well,
skin and
no,
dark skin women is where
the
that.
I only said that
Yeah.
to just let the brothers know, pretty as they might come, you still want to take the time to get to know the inward
Hmm.
of that person, you know.
For sure,
Yeah.
definitely. I just know that in the society we're living in now, and even when I was growing up, I would see a lot of dark skinned women get put down a lot, and white and then light skinned women would get put on a pedestal per se. And I just never liked that. And this wasn't based off of those type of emotions. Black women are beautiful of all tones. I made a mistake, and she made a mistake, and we're dealing with that.
Right.
And I just prayed you guys pray for me and pray for our people as a whole. And hopefully everyone learns how to heal from things that we're going through mentally, physically, spiritually, emotionally,
Yes,
everything.
sir. Yes, sir. So I am currently, if anybody is wondering, um, I'm currently helping Doug. I mean, I can't help him mentally. Um, I can't help him mentally, but I am trying to help him physically with what he's going through. Which is pretty much how we met. I got a phone call and he was on the phone and he was calling me for help. So uh, those of you who are watching know what I do. I am helping him with the physical aspect of this. Okay. So I put Doug on a program and I am going to help him through this. Yeah. All right. So Doug, you will be starting the program, correct?
Very, very soon. Still a little more things to get, and then once I get everything, I will be starting this program, and I can't wait to come back on to let you guys know how the program goes.
Right.
Um, and like I said again, I really, really appreciate this this program we're using right now to even talk about this situation because I didn't know what to do or how to do it, and like I said, I'm still learning people, so please don't bash me too much. I'm learning.
Oh no, Doug. Listen, nobody's bashing you on my program. Okay, trust me. There will be
Um,
delete and block.
but
This is
but to
no
be honest,
judgment
let's
zone.
not
You're my
bash
guest.
100%. Let's not bash this woman either. You know what I'm saying? She didn't give this to herself, and I'm not saying that she was right for giving it to me in any way. But let's try to pray for her and pray that God leads her to a better place in her life where she can um grow and get through this and change her ways and be a better version of herself. You know, no one needs to be demonized. You know, and I mean, and a lot of things happen to a lot of people, but I mean, I just really want the best for anybody, and maybe that's my problem right there.
Well,
I don't
Doug.
know.
Listen. You know, we talk about God and this, that, and the third, right? But unless you acknowledge your sin and give account for it, that's not how God don't work like that. Just forgive just to forgive. You cannot change what you don't acknowledge, and if this woman is still going around harming people, using her own body as the weapon,
Hmm.
which is what she has done to you and several others, right? Then we are going to have to somehow try to figure out how to stop her, number one, from harming our people, and hopefully she can get some help from there. But if she's still doing it, it's like, You can't have somebody committing a crime and then you're going to forgive them while they're still committing the crime. We got to stop them first and try to
Yeah,
help them heal. And then we can go from there with the forgiveness. No? Wouldn't you say?
100%.
Right. All right.
Totally agree.
All right. All right, Doug. Thank you for joining me again. All right.
Thank
We will
you.
talk. Okay. We'll talk.
Yes, ma'am. Good day.
You too. Bye. All right, guys. Thank you for tuning in. If any of you guys are watching out there, and you are welcome on my channel. And let me just say this, right? I don't tolerate, you know, bashing and whatever else. All right. When you come on here, you're my guest, and I will treat you as such. Okay. No disrespect, no laughing, no joking around. You're free to come here, talk to me, tell your story, and we'll get through it together. And that's it. All right. This is a judgment-free zone. As long as you're respectful to me, I will respect you. Okay. I will. I'm sorry, guys. I'm reading the comment. Thank you guys for tuning in, and hopefully for those of you who are watching, you have learned something today. All right. Hurt people hurt people. And if you don't want to be hurt, I mean, I know it's hard to not be hurt. You meet somebody, you don't know who they are. And despite what you may be hearing on Kevin Samuels broadcast, you got to be careful. I don't know what world Kevin is living in. Love the gentleman, he has a good show going, but I don't know what world he's living in where you got to be very cautious when you meet people nowadays, because we're living in horrible times. Everything is fake. Everybody is fake. You meet somebody, they have a fake butt, fake boobs, fake eyelashes, fake eyes, fake fingernails, fake hair, fake this. Everything is fake. So you do need some time to get to know this. I've known men who say that they've been been married to a woman and still have never seen her natural hair. And it's like, brother, that's your fault. I don't even know what to say to you about that. That's your fault. You've been married to your wife and you've never seen her natural hair. I feel sorry for you. What the hell? What in the hell? Right? So, brothers, take the time. I'm not saying 5, 6, 7 years, but take the time. It doesn't take that long. Listen, if you are very intuitive, right? You have a good common sense. You have very good cognitive abilities, right? It doesn't take that long to try and figure somebody out. I mean, come on now. A couple of months, maybe 6 months. Maybe 6 months. You will know a lot about a person if you spend enough time with them, hang out with them, go out, go read a book, go whatever, go exercise with them, go to the park, go jogging, go spend some time in the kitchen cooking with the person, go horseback riding, go hiking, go camping with the person. You can do that, all of that in a space of 6 months. And the more time you spend with this person, the more things you will try to figure out about this person. It really doesn't take that long, because let me tell y'all something. A person can only hide so much about themselves for so long. Take some time to figure out the person's what's going on inside, okay? But some of you guys, and I'm not talking about just brothers and sisters. Oh, he's hot. Oh, he got muscles. He got handsome, whatever. And you jump into bed with him 3 days later and you don't know. And then you're having sex with him unprotected. And now you're pregnant. And you don't even know who this guy is. You don't even know his last name. So this is for you sisters too. Seriously. Anyway, I don't even, I'm still, woo. All right, guys, thank you for tuning in again. Hopefully you guys have learned something from this live today. All right, I will see you back here hopefully next Sunday. All right, I'm gonna start putting up some more health videos. I'm trying to have a balance with this channel here because I know a lot of you guys don't care about health. All right, I try to come on here and teach you guys about a little something and how to take care of your health, but most of you guys don't even watch the videos that I bring up here. And then I put the video up, and then I'm getting a lot of inboxes about the same videos that I put up. It says, how do I have, my grandmother just had a stroke. How do I help her? I've had so many videos that I've done about preventing a stroke and a heart attack, but now you guys are not watching. So I don't know what to say to you. All right. But I will continue. This is all about repetitiveness, right? I understand that. Okay. So I'll be coming back on here and repeating the same stuff that I've been saying for the last couple of years. Just the simple things like diabetes, preventing a heart attack and a stroke. A lot of people are taking that needles and they're coming down with blood clot. Okay, in all parts of the body. There's a program for that. Before I go, I just wanted to say that before I go. A lot of you guys have taken the needle. I don't know who you are, but if you're watching and you've taken the needle, you are at risk for a blood clot. Okay, and we have created a program for this. Well, not for this, but we had a program years ago. We created it. Okay, well, thank you, Sister Dorothy. I created a program for this specific because a few years ago, a lady came to me and she said she was on some medication and she had some blood clot and she needed something to help get rid of her blood clot. And so we created a program. We've had the program, which I'm going to share to you guys, and then I'm going to go. Okay. So for those of you guys who have taken the needle, for those of you brothers who are suffering from erectile dysfunction, I've talked about this a million times, but if you're suffering from erectile dysfunction, this is going to help you, okay? If you're taking a needle and you have blood clot somewhere, this is going to help you. If you've had a stroke or if you're at risk for a stroke and a heart attack, this is going to help you as well. And I'm going to share my screen with you before I go. Give me 1 second. Okie dokie. So we are at a website called Grassroot Botanicals. And there's a program on here called Unblocking the Arteries. Where is it? Just scroll all the way down. There we go. There it is right here. This is a program. We have a lot of program on this website. And this is the one that a lot of people have been asking for lately because a lot of people, unfortunately, have been taking the needle. And so we have a program for that to help you not get those blood clots. Okay. And the program here is called A Program for Unblocking the Artery. And I'm going to share the link in the chat before I go. Here we go. I'm going to share the link in the chat right now before I go. They check the chat right there, and I just shared it. All right. So that is a program for those of you guys who have taken the, the needle. And here is another program that we created. It is a 21-day antiviral program that I created a few months ago. If you don't want to get I'm not going to say the word because we don't want our channel to get shut down. But that particular program is for when you have upper respiratory problem. That's all I'm going to say because, got to be careful of what we're saying nowadays. We can't say the V word, right? Okay, so I will talk to you guys later. Thank you for tuning in. All right. Hopefully you guys learned something from this video today. Love you guys. Talk to you guys later. Bye.